The first question obviously would be what? What is quantitative data? Quantitative data is data that contains numbers. It contains numbers with numerical significance or numeric properties or mathematical meaning. As it has those numerical significance, arithmetic operations can be performed in the data, as well as many statistical analysis methods can be performed in the data that comes under quantitative. And the other name of quantitative data is numerical data. Usually, data collected in the form of numbers or numerical form comes in a quantitative. That's it. I hope that's clear. Then you may ask, what does it represent? What does the numbers in the numerical data represent? Actually, it represents the characteristic of an individual object or an element that results from a count or from a measurement. It usually describes how many, how often, and how much. Okay. Let me tell you some of the examples of numerical data. The height and weight of students, measurement of physical objects, the probability of an event occurring, the scores on the test like 85, 90, and the temperature in the room, even our shoe size, our age, annual income, time, all these comes under quantitative. All these are basic examples of numerical data. Okay, I hope with these examples you can understand it better. Okay, let us discuss about the types of qualitative data. The qualitative data is further broken down into two. One is discrete and another is continuous data. Discrete data. Discrete data holds finite set of values. For example, number of cars 5, 10, 100. Okay, the number of children 2, 5, 10. The discrete data will not hold decimal places. It has only finite set of values. Okay. In other words, discrete data is a type of numerical data with countable elements. Okay. It is typically counted in whole numbers and there is nothing like a half value. There is nothing like a 0.5, 0.2. There is nothing like that. It can't be broken down into smaller units. The discrete values cannot be subdivided into parts. For example, the number of children in a class is a discrete variable. You can count the whole individuals and there is nothing like 1.5 kids, 2.3 kids, 5.3 kids. Is there anything like that? No, right? And similarly, when it comes to car, we can mention that I have 1 car, I have 5 car, I have 10 car. But we can't mention that I have 2.5 cars, I have 1.5 cars. That becomes meaningless, right? So in discrete data, there will not be any decimal places. It holds only finite set of values. Okay. If you want, I can tell you some of the examples of discrete variables. Number of students in a class, number of babies born in an hospital, number of candidates in an election, number of days in a year, number of workers in a company, the number of questions that you have answered correctly in the examination. All these are discrete variables. Okay. Then the next one is continuous. Continuous data is a data that holds infinite set of values. It holds decimal places. It can be broken down into units, smaller units. Let me tell you some of the examples. Weight, height, bank balance, the marks obtained, the speed of a car, the amount of time required to complete a project. Everything comes under continuous. All these are examples of continuous variables. When we take weight, we can say I'm 42.5, but not in the case of discrete. I hope the distinction is clear. Discrete data holds only finite set of values, whereas in continuous, it holds infinite set of values and both are somehow opposite to each other. The continuous variables can take any value between two numbers. For example, between 50 and 72 inches, there are literally millions of possible heights, right? Like 52.07462 inches, 69.94 inches, etc. There are a lot of inches, right? The continuous variable can take any value between two numbers, but not in the case of discrete. And there are two more variables to be understood when it comes to quantitative, that is interval variable and ratio variable. Let me explain it in the next lecture.